It's over with.
All right, today is Wednesday, October 8th, calling the Public Works meeting to order at 5:30. Present in the hall, we have
Caleb Garn.
Brandon Crone.
Jessica Plard.
For joining us are Chuck, Bob, and Amy for staff. So we'll call this meeting to order. To begin, we'll go over the Public Works minutes from September 10th.
Finding no objection, I'll make a motion to adopt the minutes as presented.
I will second.
First and second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. We'll adopt the September 10th Public Works minutes. Public comment on agenda items, 2 minutes per person, 14 minutes per topic. No one in the hall. Comment, we'll close public comment. For project updates, general update on active projects.
It was in your council packet. I don't know if you have any questions, and a couple of the highlights, Newman Farms Athletic Complex Master Plan, we kicked that off for staff last week, and we'll be seeing something at your November meeting is what we're anticipating, so.
Fantastic,
Well,
it's fast.
just kind of that initial sort of concept, just to be some initial feedback.
The Civic and the Cadillac versions, right?
Yeah, there you go.
The Camry or the Cadillac.
The bridge inspection was done, and
The hangers are good.
I don't know, I haven't talked to my bridge inspector yet, so.
But no,
EDD, I'm assuming,
no news is good news.
the water's still on, right? And,
Look at her report.
yeah. And we reviewed plans for the second edition of Pineville, and that'll be coming next spring.
Any questions? Still here?
Bob, did you attend the latitude 45 shovel in the ground?
No, I had a conflicting. I just wondered how it went.
Did anyone make it?
I
I
think
didn't.
Eddie Card did,
Chris Duback, maybe?
she asked about it. I think she attended.
Okay. I didn't have my email. I've had no access to that. I got it on like the day
She's
of.
the one that reminded me about it. I'm like, oh, great.
I love those things, the gold shovel. Good times. Oh, glad things, it looks like things are moving along quickly out there, swiftly even.
It's moving.
Did they? I haven't seen that in this packet yet or coming up, but are they going to? When do we give them money?
After the first of the year.
After the first of the year?
After the request.
Okay, because the pave, because it was the first,
I went to asphalt over occupancy.
okay,
Building permit, yeah, so,
okay, perfect.
but they asked for an extension if you're reimbursed.
All right, perfect. Thank you for those, general updates on active projects. 5A. The unfinished business discussion, possible recommendation, parks.
I have some good news. So the pavilion effort. The champions applied for a grant that I was notified this afternoon that we received of $1,500.
Sweet.
Toward the pavilion, so. I think we as a group need to discuss how. We might want to put up signage, marketing, the thermometer and so forth in the fundraising effort.
Cause at this point, like the thermometer, there's like a little itty bit in the bottom of the thermometer, right?
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. We had something to put on the thermometer.
okay. What stipulations, if any, are there to spending that? Any time limits? Do you need anything from the village?
I'll find out more. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't believe so at this time.
Well, congratulations, champions.
Exciting.
Nice work. It'll be nice.
Beyond that, um. Bob and I were able to go visit a ballpark in Waconia last week. Called Lions Field. I encourage you to look it up on Google. It's very cool. They've spent years sort of cultivating it, and the association actually, about half a dozen guys drove the whole effort. But it's a big grandstand covered with a roof. A whole bunch of facility stuff that's very cool. Extended extension, concession stand.
Would your idea for that be village suited more for Village Park or more for like the Newman property?
After we looked at that and, I don't think the second tier of Village Park is large enough to host such a venue. I think it makes more sense for us to lean toward having a premier field in what might be the large multi-field complex at
Like a
Newman
Clover
property.
field with one that's like the
grand field,
big.
the big field.
Yeah,
However you wanna.
where the championship games are.
Yeah. But, I'll type a thing to share with you guys, as sort of a feedback report on what we saw there and some of the learnings we got from how they did it financially and so forth, and just so you have the information, very much driven by this association. And they did everything from pancake breakfast to huge donors. They tapped every single pool that there was in front of them, and they built an incredible ballpark. It's amazing. It's kind of awe-inspiring.
Yeah, we'll just have to, we've got a lot of big projects, between the village and that, not to say we can't, want the two come in
Well, I think,
at the same time, but.
from the government side, on our end, we do everything we can to help nurture and forward that effort. Not necessarily we figure out how to fund, but as the Newman property kind of unfolds and the finances become more aware to all of us, then we'll know where we stand in terms of government spending.
Any thoughts of incorporating any structures that are already there, like say the barn or something like that into?
I don't think into the ball field complex, but I've got ideas of how that could be utilized. I think we need to do an analysis on what the cost would be, but I would love to maintain it as a hallmark of the property.
Keeping it as part of the green space?
Yes.
Well, I look forward to seeing, something, and I'll look that up, I'll look that place up, Waconia,
Waconia Lions Field.
Lions Field. Does it have anything to do with the Lions?
They were
Club, or is that like
the
their-
key fundraiser donor.
Okay. That's how they got the marquee.
Yep.
Nice, okay. All right. Fantastic. You guys just happen to be down there or what? You guys
We
actually-
made a specific trip that, Chris Ferguson, who's the former chamber president, has his second business in Laconia, and he has a close relationship as he does all the signage for the
Okay.
ball field. So he lined it up just as you guys ought to see this,
Oh, cool.
and, we were able to make the trip and figure it out.
He knows how to put a billboard up, right? A big old scoreboard thing,
He can,
the one that we've got stored somewhere.
well, he can't do that, but
Sorry,
I thought you were talking about our marketing for the pavilion.
Their mom.
different,
We
but
certainly could,
it was thinking about that.
be of assistance to that endeavor.
Yeah.
So,
Perfect. Um, anything else on parks?
That's all I
We
got.
gotta talk budgets and that's how we will figure out parks through going through the budget. Um. Anything else on parks? Anyone? Good, good. All right, we'll go to 5B, discussion possible recommendation, wayfinding signs. So, you decided on colors,
I will have your hex by Friday, your hex colors by Friday.
X colors.
That is, hex colors are used on what will be in your signs.
Oh, okay.
The hex colors that are in the like digital marketing plan, so I'll get you all those by Friday.
Cool, then we
Yeah.
can start ordering some new signs.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I'll share that out when I get that packet from the visual designer.
Perfect.
Amazing.
Um,
Mhm.
did we get all that or what was the cost of any of that? Did we pay for any of that, or did you?
I just paid for it.
Well, shouldn't just pay for it, should reimburse you.
Yeah, I'll let you know the final cost, but
Okay.
it's fine. I just wanted it done. I just paid for it.
Okay, all right, well, we should bring that forward for.
Yeah.
Well,
Or not.
okay,
It's fine.
okay,
It's all
well,
fine.
thanks for going, thank you for doing
Thank you,
that,
Justin.
we look
Yeah.
forward to getting some new signs.
My donation.
6A, new business, 5-year plan.
I forgot to say next Friday, not this Friday.
Okay, next
Is
Friday,
that okay? A week from Friday?
next Friday,
Yeah.
noted,
Thanks.
it's in the meeting, and it's done. Bob, any big
No.
changes on any ads?
No, okay, what we typically do historically is just, bring this in for the committee to look at, and then next month, after you review it, and if you have anything that you feel needs to be on a 5-year, target for us to hit, please suggest that.
Do we need to talk about like some of the,
Certainly can.
it's my first rodeo.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is 100% up for,
Um,
everything's up for discussion.
is it typical like storm water pond dredging would last a couple years or?
yeah, and those are kind of put in a assumption that we might have to do something in 2 years, so let's put that in. Our ponds actually have performed significantly better than we thought, so dredging hasn't been a key element with the majority of them. There's a few though that are coming up on that. Larry Forest, Village Park one actually might need a little bit more than just dredging.
I think some of the stuff that Dave Wallner's been talking to me about, it sounds like it might be a little bit more. I'm just curious about what is the typical, is it annual, is it every 3 years, so.
10 years, they typically say that you really want to start looking 8 to 10. I'll let the engineers speak on that, but he'll definitely disagree with me.
He wants it more often than what you just said, no, okay, okay,
No, just
okay,
when needed and.
They send the guy out there in a boat, right? Yeah, measure
Our waiters.
it, or whatever it takes.
okay.
Or you weighted fishing line, you can, check the depth of the silt that way.
Come on,
So we do allocate money into our outlay for that.
Okay,
So that doesn't sneak up and say, oh, well, we're gonna pay for that. So that goes into our capital outlay. That's a document you'll see after, item B.
so do we typically do a certain amount a year to just keep it at 25,000 or we just? Okay,
Yeah, like the ponds again.
yeah, the ponds, I'm just asking, like, and then I'm gonna move to the plow trucks, like, are we budgeting for a plow truck the next 5 years for 175,000?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great,
Not that we're, additional plow trucks, no, we're gonna have to start putting some money away to that.
yep,
That one's exactly spot on with that.
Okay.
Toolcat replacement,
yep,
we paused on that a little bit, so that's an ask for next year.
okay,
Basically 2024, I think is what we were gonna asking for that. We were so far out on delivery. I was like, well, let's just keep this because there really wasn't anything mechanically wrong with it, but now it's starting to really cost us some money in repairs, so.
okay.
spending more time fixing it than,
Yeah.
So outlay means we're planning for it, debt means we're paying for it, and the grant means we're anticipating the grant, okay,
Or grant, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay,
And a lot of this my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of this is throwing darts.
Yes,
Because the money flows to where it has to.
yes,
Especially at a 5-year
yes.
projection.
It's kind of like in your personal home where
Yep.
you've got a 5-year plan and then you,
And you're like, oh,
things
furnace
come up.
went out.
Yeah.
Guess we're gonna shift the budget.
Yeah, like Chuck just pointed out, 2020 we had Main Spring Street sidewalk curb gutter, and we were gonna try doing 10% just to pay that cash, but finding out mobilization costs and all these other things, it would have been a lot more expensive, so we just did it all in one project here, so.
Okay,
That also happens, things get advanced on this, but yeah, we try to identify. And then there's, breakouts for sewer utility and then
what is this master plan?
master plan for which one.
2026 and 2027. I feel like we need more details in there, but. I don't know, what is this village master plan?
To start putting some, actually going and. So right now, everyone's looking at that master plan, saying, yeah, let's change this, let's change that. 2026 is just, I put a holder in there for what we might wanna do, $500,000 worth of work.
Okay.
And start with phase 1 of phase whatever.
Okay.
So. That's that piece. Yep.
Earmarking.
Yeah, in 2027, you say $1 million in there, so obviously. There's a lot on this that has been extended.
Okay.
Our shop is obviously the one that's been hunting for several years and it's just kind of get kicked down there.
It keeps getting kicked, the can goes down the
Yeah.
road. So this pedestrian crossing over tracks at Depot Street, is that to go, like, a bridge to go over the railroad tracks so people could walk? Cause I just walk over them sometimes,
Yeah,
okay,
we've
that's
been-
$2 million.
No, it's more than that.
Yeah, that's just,
Wow,
was it like 10?
No, 6, I think 4 to 6.
By then,
We haven't cost us.
by then it'll be 10.
by
Okay.
2020.
It might as well be 100 million, right? I mean,
So we're looking for
Yeah.
some grants to pop up, safe routes to school.
Okay,
Except it's going the wrong direction, so there's always like an obstacle in our grant, scoring that is like, okay. But, speaking of the grant, I have it identified on a 5-year plan. So if we do write a grant, we can say, we've had this on a 5-year plan identified. There's all these things that we do, people go, why do you do conceptual things?
it's on the plan.
Because
you
we can show proof that, we just
we're
did.
serious.
We just didn't come up with this overnight, like for a grant. We've been trying several different ways.
To come up with money for the last 5 years
Yeah.
or so, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, it's my first 5-year plan.
No,
Review.
thanks for the questions.
So this year, we're gonna put away 3 point. We're gonna take out 3.5 million back for the shop. Now we got 2025,
We're gonna kick that can down the road, I heard.
yeah,
We can't get much further, the can's gonna fall over.
Yes,
well. And I know there were some heated conversations of whether it or not it even needed to be on there yet, some at the last year's meeting, but. Yeah, where are we gonna? When are we finally gonna issue debt? To. Get a new shop?
That's up to us.
we're gonna have to figure out when we prioritize.
Who are you asking that question?
I guess to myself, to this,
I mean, how long have we been kicking the can down the road? 5 years?
No, 2011.
we're out of room, we're out of space, anything else we get, we have no space to.
You mean like the fire department too, they have no space either.
Yeah.
so.
So I mean, the cops, are getting new employees, new vehicles, they get quite a large percentage of the budget, and if we get any, like I said, any new equipment, we need to have space for it, so I think. You talk to Ellers,
Yeah, we did. I can send you that back. We had
we had it,
today was just a fiasco with, court, we had, police were busy with things today. You know, so I was basically working out here and because court was going on in my office, there was too much noise over there for her to have court. So it was just a mess of 3 hours of, you know, then I left my keys in there, so I'm like, well, I can go do this and that and that, I'm like, oh. So today was a good example of a lot of frustration, Colleen was. You know,
Not
this
for us.
is not working. And
Not enough room.
yeah, and as we grow, you know, if we hire somebody here, we don't have an office, but. That option two, and I can send you the Ellers document, it was like $5.6 million. For Village Hall and Public Works and the Police Department. Which I think we can do, we can just add on to the Public Works building. We don't need anything fancy, but we need to store stuff inside. So we've got the truck sitting outside right now. It's not that big of a deal, but once winter comes, we're not gonna have room.
Well, can you tear down that,
That crappy shed behind.
yeah,
it,
the north
yes.
to the north of it, like that could be, that's a pretty large footprint.
Yeah.
That costs money to tear down stuff too.
Well,
We-
that part to the north of it, there ain't much there.
Okay, okay.
Then we would keep the existing shop, that was as cold storage, I think is usually what we've talked about, but yeah, we'd build more.
Well, we just to having a bay to put trucks, like passenger trucks, not the dump trucks, but those types of equipment, just to get those out and then reconfigure our shop a little bit better that. I mean, you wanna talk about nickel and diamond, thing, that shop was done as cheap as it could have gotten done, and I mean, it was done in 1991, okay, that's when that shop was put in. Our population back in 1991 was probably
1,000?
people.
800 to 1,000?
So we're 3 times as big now.
Yeah,
And, you know,
We're gonna be,
and I know we're really, everybody, and I appreciate, and I know the taxpayers appreciate, you know, where the tax dollars are spent, but sooner or later, it's like, all right. We don't really have a choice now.
So Bob, you're saying you wanna
so how
go
did,
with bringing it all up at once, or should we just look at our stuff right now of the shop?
I think that we're at a time where we need to take some type of action because we've been talking about it for 15 years. And it's now, well, we don't wanna do this with Village Hall because we're gonna get a new Village Hall, well. You know, so like the lighting in here, you know, let's swap it over to LED, so we're not changing bulbs, and because they're a pain in the neck. Well, let's not do all that.
you gotta bite, take a big bite of the apple is the cheapest way to go today. Because if you piecemeal all these projects. You're.
It's like a mobilization. fee on
You'll
each
keep
shop.
kicking some Dan down the road,
you mean, I'm just gonna build my bedroom over here, my kitchen over here, and then eventually I'll build a house around it?
right? It makes no sense to me to prolong and prolong and prolong. Basic needs to the village.
Yeah,
I mean, that's where we're at, in my opinion. We've
So that building's on here, is it the number one thing that we didn't do here, somewhere on here?
We don't need $2.2 million. I firmly think that we can do a new Village Hall and a Public Works Department for $4.5 million. Which is under option 2, which is remodel Village Hall into police station and build new admin building. And the Public Works building, so that's actually a $7.4 million. Facility expense, which. I don't think that, I mean, the Petersons built that building for $2 million. We don't need anything 2-story, but.
so we should bring that, well, we should put that, let's speak, we'll talk with Ryan, get that on the. Agenda for village board for at least start discussion. Put it back on there,
we're in budgets right now, this is the time.
now's the time.
As you know, condition wise, the building's getting worse, our basement now, we've had a couple documents. Get water damage. And
This
There's a
building has
basement in it?
basement?
I think they should go down.
No, it's scary.
There's no
No.
explanation.
So
Okay.
before you get to the basement, you have to walk down the hall, which the floor is got about a 5% slope to it now. And you
Definitely
kinda-
sheds water.
It did sheds water.
Definitely sheds water. Okay.
Yeah,
How did St. Joe's get that whole brand new fancy building they got?
$2
It
million,
was $2 million for what they built.
Huh.
That's really?
yes,
do that.
$2 million.
I think we have to bring.
I can't afford any more taxes because I went and found out what my taxes are and it's ridiculous. I cannot pay anymore. I will have to move, so.
Well, you got this job, so now you're.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how it works,
You
yeah.
know, my $6,000 property tax for a village lot is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, and,
Coming from-
and you're in the lower end for the county.
yeah, I know.
So we got a school district portion of that.
Yeah, I vote no for all else, but okay.
The new auditorium is fantastic.
I don't care.
It's beautiful.
I don't think it's worth it. Sorry, but
I won't.
okay. I'd rather,
Where with a lot of the facility stuff is, I mean, today was kind of this is ridiculous.
I think you've hit on all really the high points and we're
Okay.
talking about well. We need to put anything plan wise in here for the Newman property, cause we're already kind of moving on that, so is there anything?
Not really, because it's TID related, so it's not a
Oh.
full 100
Got it,
thing.
I think maybe,
There is some TID stuff on here. And that's a little bit more for me to focus in on, but
are they actually gonna sell? Cause I'm hearing they're not.
talking around people.
Okay, I've been hearing a lot of weird things, so, okay. As long as the Newmans know what's going on and they're on board.
and the other thing that's not on here. Not sure if we already have money for that either, is
Wait,
painting the water tower,
oh, yes.
painting.
I
the
thought that was
water
already
tower.
budgeted.
That's already. Already got that figured out.
It's all in the water problem,
Yep, so that's
the water business. And
Can we get a TID for your new building for $2 million? Let's say go ahead.
we could, but it would help.
Yeah, we don't want it, we don't want government, we don't want our property to
Government-
TID
government
because
money
then
to
we can't
TID.
make any money off of it.
Got it, okay.
There's a lose.
Lose for everyone.
Little conflict.
That's really all I can think of. Do we gotta maybe put some 5-year, maybe getting some goats and places to.
Like I said, review that, because I know that's what you do when you get home, is you run through all this. But, yeah, add to it, suggest things.
Yeah,
So is there any plans to like combine some of the police, the fire hall and town and village at some point into one big building?
The town too.
no,
Yeah,
No,
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 because okay,
probably won't work.
not saying that's.
I mean, could there be a property line? I don't know.
I mean, it's hard enough when when they're just changing, you try to take the street over. Can you
Okay.
imagine us sharing a building?
all you have is them sharing a wall of a building. That would be your cost savings.
Just looking for cost savings, any which way possible to combine a few things.
We did a combined emergency government and. That's about what I do with that.
I mean, I love the town boys, but. I like it that we have, good, we have a little space.
Yeah, option 6 on that was combining all village resources, police. Administration, I guess, down to that, and then public works was a $20 million. Expense.
Oh, okay, that's a lot.
Shared public safety and admin campus was $20 million, and then. Yeah. For public works separately from that.
Can we set up a roundup feature every time we spend money, it just rounds up to the next dollar and you just start saving that? Sorry. I don't know, okay.
Put a donation box out in front of Village Hall.
Yeah, they'll steal that, they donate to it, okay. Okay, so after this meeting, we should send a note saying how much we want allocated for some stuff, or like any other, cause. I think I already sent a letter out on the things I thought were important for budgeting. Like Ryan asked us to send a list of our top 5 or something
Yep.
by like a couple Fridays ago.
Who did you send it to? To him?
I sent it to Jessica and him, my list, cause he asked for it at one of the board meetings.
Send it to me too, then I could incorporate it in that.
Mine was really high level. I
That's
had
fine.
3 things. Police, fire and roads.
We had, for park improvements, we had 75,000 allocated, we only spent 37. Looks like, and then our budget proposed for next year is 25. I'm looking specifically at park improvements.
Are you, the budget and the outlay now?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, did anyone have anything on? Anything else on the 5-year plan?
Thank you.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
5B or 6B, 2026 budget capital outlay. And I'm looking specifically at the park improvements, line, force on the back of page. 475, 208.20. So we had 75K that we put aside, we only spent 37. And now we only have 25 set aside for next year. Is that because of what we have
What we've historically done.
left or?
Just for bare minimum maintenance.
Okay,
So those are for just. I'll maybe explain what the capital outlay is, so. If we put money into capital outlay, like you said, $75,000. Unlike the Fund 100 budget, the regular operating budget. That $75,000. If we only use $37,000 of it, the rest stays there. So that's the fund that we build to save for the plow trucks, and we allocate money year and year, so. Life expectancy of the truck is 8 years, new truck is $60,000. Then we start putting money in to, hopefully not have to borrow money. Some things we just have to borrow for, like the plow truck or fire truck is $1 million. Piece of equipment, a loader, same thing, but what we do is we infuse money into that every year. And then hopefully by the time that piece of equipment or whatever that the park improvements that we wanna do are identified and paid for out of this fund. So, that's why I think, if you remember last year's discussion, I said, no, we wanted to put that in the outlay because we scaled back on the buckthorn removal, because a lot of it was done by staff. So we didn't go out and get a company to come in and do that.
Mhm.
So there was some savings there that we can apply to other things now, or we can go back and do more buckthorn next year or.
Yep.
Those types of things. So that's the kind of the difference. The biggest difference is. The outlay is where we put money away. For basically our savings. And at the end of the year, it stays there. The next year it's there, and then we can keep accumulating out of that. So.
So it can sit there for a long time, right?
It can, and typically what is reserved out of Fund 100, so if there's $100,000, then all the departments. Negotiate over what goes where in the capital, so. Some years there's only been like $60,000 because our operating expenses have been higher, debt has been. Chewing up a lot of our budget, so. The last 5 years, it's been really pretty healthy, so. We've been able to allocate more into this. So, we always wanna operate. At a thin and then put away. So again, watching government waste, that's why we keep that operating fund very, very tight.
So even though it's at 25,000, It could still, we could still end up spending more around where we're at,
Or
37.
we might find that there's additional funds, or we might find that, you've gotta bump that down to 15,000 or bump something else down. So it's all a matrix of numbers. And however that algorithm works at the end of the day, it's balancing the budget. And, where we can operate. So, it's a good, it keeps us. Our finances very, very in check, I feel. And there's communities out there right now going to referendum for operational money. They can't afford to maintain their stuff.
Yes.
Communities, the population. Any other questions on the capital law way, or do you? What is in that?
That was the only question I had in regards to the outlay.
But. There's that long-term debt from 2023, that's no longer there, right? It's gone.
Where's that?
I don't know, it's on the top section, like it just has dashes after, so like it says something there, it means it's gone, right, or no? Proceeds of long-term debt for 215,000. Or is that still being paid out? Paid for?
Like it hasn't hit the budget for the last few years.
I'm sorry,
Right.
what document is that on?
It's the 2026 capital, sorry.
Capital on 49470,
Yeah, it's
049100, a lot more zeros.
Yeah,
491.
I'm just assuming the lines after
Oh, that's,
gone.
that's Andrea.
Oh, Andrew, question.
Yep.
Fair,
Andrea one, yeah.
Longer than a year and a half, just.
okay,
Probably something for the the glass tank. Could that have been the glass tank maybe?
It's all of our debt combined and it's whatever you're paying into everything else.
Okay.
So it's probably gone up more than likely.
Okay.
2023,
I was hoping it stayed the same or gone down, but it's okay.
but I'm gonna guess that it's probably higher than that.
Okay.
We need motions on these,
Nope.
it's just review, right?
Guys, like I say, a lot of this is gonna change, not dramatically, but. We still have so many numbers that we don't have on the revenue side of things, we don't know where we could be, so this is.
The start,
Very, very raw, rough draft.
when is the final?
When Andrea we're still waiting on insurance,
Yeah, the insurance is the big X factor that they were saying on the other night.
all those things where. She's still waiting on.
And then we have another finance meeting on the 20th. First. So my calendar. For the village board meeting to go over that.
That should make things a lot. More concrete with the numbers here.
Question on. 100-536-30-290. We anticipate. Is that for getting rid of the hauling,
Which one is that?
solid waste? disposal contract.
No, that's Olson. So.
Oh, okay.
That's a revenue in. Expense out.
Yeah, it's just a whole grader.
Also, I think we removed Shockner, was it Shockner Street we removed from 2024 road thing that needs to go to 2025?
Yeah.
I don't see it on here,
Are you talking 5-year plan?
right?
Are you going back to 5-year plan?
I don't know, I guess I'm just trying to remember Brenda kind of complaining about it not being done this year. And that we pushed it out a year, so. Let's just make sure we make sure that's.
I
in
mean,
there.
that was under a strong recommendation of, someone who lived on that street.
The same person who was up, yes,
Yeah, yeah,
but
The committee had recommended, and then it was pulled at the village board.
and then to push it for next year, I thought, or a future year, but, okay.
but I think it is still on, it is on the 2024, so I think it's
Don't know.
Yes.
I don't see it.
I don't know that I have it
it's not Reed Street, no.
identified.
Yeah, we can throw that on there.
I think we should just call it Shockner Street or Shockner or whatever. There, the development,
Raymond,
is it Raymond, not Shockner?
Shockner and Raymond.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Um. Anyone have anything else on budget or capital outlay? Looks like it came in, pretty much everything. Um. Pretty good for what we budgeted. For 2025. Almost everything,
We had some overages.
yeah. The equipment repair stuff, it looks like, but we're gonna be addressing that.
Yeah.
Sounds like. Nothing really significant, and then anything that was over, it looks like we adjusted the budget for those. To at least cover 2024 actuals. Alright, do we need a motion or anything? No on those? No, okay, alright, we'll move, if anyone. Doesn't have anything else on budget or capital outlay, we're going to move to 6C. Department equipment needs.
So speaking with the crew, they. So the toolcat replacement is great. And it's time to do that. The issue with the toolcat is that when they're dragging fields, that thing's gone for about 3 to 4 hours of the day, and a lot of times we're stuck not being able to do anything. So what a lot of communities have, and they love them, are these Toro sand rakes. They're bunker groomers. They're 3-wheeler. They're on majority of them, and that would be exclusively for just the ball field dragging. There's other applications you can use those for, but that's pretty much the biggest thing they would use that for.
What is a 3-wheeled?
Yeah.
Picture of it? No.
I don't know.
No.
Imagine a
Like a
big red 3-wheeler.
Yeah, big Honda 3-wheeler.
That is.
With a thing on the front of it or no, or is it behind it? Are you dragging something behind it?
And
Okay,
it's got a plow
okay.
to knock down the ridges.
And where would we put that, Bob?
It's about the size of this table, so
Okay,
that one we can sneak in a corner.
Okay.
somewhere, but yeah,
I can park right in here.
yeah,
and then, so that would only be for village staff, or for the public work guys to run, or is anyone else gonna drag fields? Do we trust anyone else to drag fields? No, we don't, okay.
We don't have the insurance.
we-
So given future plans, this unit's trailerable and go from location to location.
And we already have anything we would need to haul it from A to B.
And that is, that $31,000 price is put into our capital outlay. For next year.
And that would free up a guy to do something else with the toolcat. Potentially 3 to 4 hours a day.
So that's one piece of it. On the reverse side, you have the Bobcat. The Bobcats are $96,000. We get $29,000 government discount. Their trade-in offer was $22,000, which I went through and I did include comparables. Ours is a 2018. They're getting 45,000. There's see for yourself, but 2019.
So we'd either have to buy a new Bobcat or this 3-wheeler thing, correct?
Pardon?
We'd either do a Bobcat or that 3-wheeler thing, or are we doing both?
Both.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And with what you said of how, it's not in the greatest shape. Seems like 29,000, 22,000 still. Pretty decent.
It's in good shape. Good. But they're just lowball us pretty bad on. I mean, we're missing $20,000, I feel, in a trade. So I think if we sold outright. It would get a better price.
Okay.
Just by, if somebody did their own research, they'd say, oh. It was 2014 for $49,000 and. I don't think Tri-State's gonna sell. Our trade for $23,000.
I'd buy that.
Probably gonna sell it for $50,000.
They have a minimum pack. But like, they have to make $5,000 or something on the deal, or $8,000 or whatever it is, that's why they will ball the trade and they're gonna pay quite a bit.
So I don't suggest.
I would buy that for 22 grand for a concrete business. So don't trade it in.
I would suggest, but you guys ultimately make a decision on that since you are.
So if we don't trade it in, then someone has to do the work to sell it.
Yeah, we would put it
Bob has
as
to do the work.
government
I
surplus.
was gonna say, Bob has to do the work.
We would just simply list it or sealed bid or
Yeah,
Okay,
they sell stuff all the time.
we
Okay.
can, advertise it. A lot of times word of mouth goes and people know, like. Some of our local excavators are like, oh, you guys get a new plow truck, what do you do with your old one? Buy it.
Yeah,
like he just did.
Yeah.
I've,
You buy it.
no, I will, no, I won't buy, but I would like
Talking
to,
about buying, Bob, yeah.
I would buy that for 22.
I think a lot.
For the little stuff I would need it for and put it big.
Yeah.
That would be a conflict of interest.
102,000 for you.
Yeah, once I get out of office, then I'm cashing in. Okay, so
Yeah, Gary, make a motion to send this up to the village board for consideration.
I'll second.
so just to be clear on your motion, there's first and second on the floor, for the discussion, so just to be clear, send it as. Do you wanna send it as is, or do you wanna add any stipulations about seeking,
I want
selling it of others?
village board to discuss. And we'll make our recommendation during the meeting.
Okay. All right, first and second on the floor, any further discussion? All of those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. Motion carries.
And that's for both?
Yes,
For both. Yep, and then we'll talk about whether we wanna list it. Or whether we want.
One other item on that was snow pusher, it's $11,000 snow pusher, I have not gotten an actual quote. From the Caterpillar dealer.
So we have 3.
I forgot about that.
Huh?
I forgot about that.
Do you wanna,
Yeah.
do you wanna amend your motion?
add the snow pusher.
Okay,
We have an amended motion. on the floor. Is there a second?
Sure, yes.
Still
I'll second.
second. All right. Any further discussion? Anything else need to sneak in there? Chuck?
I think at this point, we're done.
All right.
spending money.
All right.
I think we're done spending money at this.
Hearing, no further discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Amended, motion carries.
Consent or new business?
I think we should put that in new business.
It has to be discussed, yeah.
Good question. I didn't know we could dictate that out of this. Oh, okay. Good to know. 6D fee schedule, ball field.
This is coming up just because, IS.
ISA?
Yes, thank you.
Impact Sports Academy, ISA.
Yeah, there's ISA and then there's a ISG that we also, and that's like which one's it? So,
So the grocery store.
you know, their request was to use our parks, so we have zero problem with that. But as soon as they start tapping into village resources and we're losing out on public benefit. So the request to use lights, I told him no, because ultimately the village is paying for it. He goes, well, what, paying for the electric cost?
But-
What do you want
To turn
for a
lights
payment?
on.
I said, I can't decide that. Unfortunately, my committee needs to discuss it, the board needs to approve the fees, so I need to get this to the committee. The best example, and you guys might have seen this document before, was the city of Hudson's Grandview Burton user fees. They kind of go through the priorities of, you know, if it's little league or youth athletics up to your older sports such as, you know, Legion or things that ISA incorporates where, okay, it's not a village kind of sponsored rec team, so you're from the outside.
You're saying this wouldn't apply to say the association, but would the ISA?
I guess that's open for discussion on if, well, we think, so. When it comes to public finances, when somebody asks me something, I need to determine if there's a public benefit for it. That meaning, so if there's a request, hey, we want new dugouts out at the varsity baseball field. There's not a public benefit there that benefits the high school baseball team. I'm just using this as an example. We can donate some money to that, but we can't pay for it all out front, you know, because it's exclusive use basically is theirs. So, hey, we want a playground, well, everybody can use that. So there's a public benefit behind that. That's how I gauge how, you know, we handle a lot of this stuff, and it's always kind of the rule of thumb is number one question, is there a public benefit? So,
I think that's a good lens to look
Yeah.
at it too.
and they don't always like that answer, but I'm like, well, it's taxpayer money, so I don't know that the taxpayers are gonna be real crazy about you using the ball field lights, they're paying the bill for it. So,
So would we need this prior? So I know this is just a example that you gave, but do we need the priority then? Since
Well,
it's only gonna be,
I was just gonna ask the priority, is it priority 1 for like youth sports and then priority 7 is for like the like,
yeah, if you wanted to put
that was
a
based on. this one,
30
yeah.
plus men's league together, co-ed softball team with, you know, people over 25.
I
But-
think we should lay out some sort of tiered structure like this, so.
But for this, we only have one
Right
person
now.
asking for this specifically right now.
That, and then we also have, a certain level in baseball that they do utilize the lights down at the field. And they think it's, hey, I get to plan their lights. Other communities, oh, this is the coolest thing. It's never come up like, hey, you know, we should really they should be paying for that. But when you have an outside for-profit agency coming in, you know, they're making some money.
And we are not. I
So-
do think we should set up some of these priorities like this, some different levels, and then start charging.
And I
So
want,
we would need to get this figured out by.
well, and this is why we're giving us a lot of time to go through this because ball season won't be here for another 5 months.
And we should consider what we're likely to have in the future.
our growth.
Yeah.
That's why I think
So
some tier, I don't think we need 7 tiers.
the priority classes are listed under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see, I don't think we need 7 priorities, but I do think we should start working
Right.
on 3 or so.
Yep, I agree.
Let's
Do some homework.
table this and we'll keep it on, for unfinished business.
You have a motion, sir?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to table this, for further discussion at, subsequent meetings.
Second.
First and second, any further discussion?
I think we need to all come with some ideas.
Yeah.
Okay,
Some homework.
some homework. Okay,
Agreed.
Great.
We won't shoot from the hip for that one.
great. Thanks.
Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Table that and that on for unfinished business.
So this field in Hudson, where is this one? Is it where all the soccer fields are, or where is this one?
I think this is covering all their fields.
Every single one of them? I'll Google it, but thanks, okay. I'll do some research. It's okay.
Grandview is where the water tower by the government sits. I'm not sure. Or if that's Booster Park or whatever they
No,
call
that's
it.
Grandview.
It is.
Okay,
Grandview / Burton user fees, so I bet it's both.
it's gotta be both of the facilities. Okay, I'll do some research on it. Thanks.
All right.
Burton is EP Rock.
Okay,
Oh. Okay, thank you.
small KFC from there.
Yeah, you sure can. Maybe spell it from most of Hudson.
Miss fried chicken. Next up, the schedule. Equipment.
We're gonna have to table this one.
Oh, guys, we're gonna start charging people?
We always have, it needs to be updated. Unfortunately, I cannot find the state equipment charge list as where it used to be. It's gone because the website's probably been redesigned 15 times. So
Government shutdown.
this is it.
The websites are all shut down.
So we'll table this then? Okay,
I'll make a motion to move it to next month's meeting.
Second.
first and second, any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye, opposed nay. We will table the fee schedule. Next up,
I do have one question. Is this when you go in and like mow someone's yard because they didn't mow it all summer? Okay,
Part of it, yeah.
thanks. All right. And it's like, yeah, don't do the snow shovel. Yeah. Thank you.
For mutual aid, two other municipalities. We charge,
Yeah,
they
got it.
charge us.
charge the state that for cutting their ass off top there. Anyways, that's been tabled. 6F, athletic field repair quote.
In your packet, you got BK or BQ, BQ. Blake Quist, local business, really the only one that had any interest in trying to do something here, provided us a quote for $34.95 to do some needed repairs on the big field at,
Larry Forrest.
Larry Forest, yeah.
Didn't something happen up there this year where there was a league up there or something and they,
There was issues before that with the drainage.
yeah,
And, you know, some, we'll have to fix that at Springs here, so it's gonna be something that we're gonna have to, so they did mess it up. But it's due for those types of touch-ups. We have a situation around First where, you know, we have potential trip hazard. Just because there's a dip in the egg, but bringing it up, there's just a little bit more work that needed to be done, so let's get it done right.
okay.
Again, this is in the budget, so
And this was the only person that wanted to quote this work.
Do you submit these somewhere to get a quotes or?
let's call around,
Okay,
you know.
okay.
Caleb Garn make a motion to send this up to village board, consent agenda.
I'll second that.
First and second, any further discussion?
And that's just for this BQ landscaping one, not this Meyer tree service one.
That's correct.
Right.
Okay, yep, I second that.
Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed nay. Carried. For BQ. Six. G, tree removal quotes. Multiple quotes.
41 Martin Way. Is due to storm. We will submit this for reimbursement
from
from the county.
This will count
Yes,
on that, okay.
we've already paid for this work's already
we
done.
have not done it.
Oh, okay, it has to be done,
Cause
okay.
we were going out for quotes. And Myers did come in, the cheapest. So he was able to do that. We would cut those trees, except they're kind of intertangled, and I'm like, nope, we don't have the equipment, and someone's gonna get hurt doing this, so, we're not doing that. So that's for that.
Is it 2,000 within your,
It is, I just it's $2,000.
oh,
It's
okay.
if it was
Well, you-
basically for your awareness and, you know, what's going on, why they're cutting trees. In the desert or wherever,
Okay,
if someday were to call it up.
yeah, I will say
That's
people
all.
are,
That is all village property.
people get very defensive about the trees. Someone accosted me at the meat raffle on Friday, said. Don't be cutting down the trees. I said,
I don't like trees being cut down,
saving the other trees,
so save trees as much as you can. Unless they're dead,
the live ones.
unless they're dead.
Yeah, yeah.
The next one is dead.
Yeah, I see that, it's
And
a dead
this
one.
Dead ash, that, is in the right of way. So. There was one previous quote for $5,000 and this one came out at $3,000. So
Right in,
Lane is
front
very
yard.
anxious to have this work done.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah. All right.
Caleb Garn make motion to put these on the consent agenda for the village board.
I'll second.
First and second, any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed nay. Motion carries.
Oh,
Moving along.
MSA, my favorite.
I bet we're gonna have to pay some money.
That's
No,
us.
this is money I can't afford, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna know.
So pay application number 4. In the amount of $84,141.85. It's for the, basically the. Work over the last month, contractor, completing the lift station and placing topsoil seed and erosion blanket.
We got power to that thing yet?
Nope,
I'm glad Excel is really getting on that one.
it's already waiting for power. So we're,
I think Bob ended up being himself, so I got a little upset with that, he went like this.
It's been great to do it.
Nice, yeah. Okay,
Okay, and this is all obviously funded through the TID.
yep,
Caleb Garn make motion to add this to the consent agenda. Pay number 4 for TID 5 lift station. The amount of $84,141.85.
I'll second that.
First and second, and further discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye, opposed nay. Motion carries. Next up, Public Works Department report. Oh, there it is, Excel,
There it is,
right?
number one,
right at the
Excel
top.
number one, his favorite one.
Just got touched right on that. What is their excuse, I mean, what are they saying of why it's not done yet, Bob?
There was. Our typical rep was on maternity leave,
It's still a problem even though she's back.
well, everything, all the scheduling.
You've been feeling
Oh.
back.
So, a lot of empathy for her because she is fantastic, Ashley does a fantastic job. And I know she has got contractors mad at her at no fault of her own, so. She's doing the best, I did talk to her the other day, she's like, I'm trying to get the construction team to give me a date. So I give you a date, and I'm trying to expedite them to get out there, so.
before winter. maybe?
They're aiming for mid-November.
For
Right.
startup, so.
Will they sit then? If they don't get this done by November, will it sit all winter?
No, they'll, I mean, it might, it might be December. So
Okay,
it's not a good situation.
Cause that holds up anyone moving
moving in.
apartments.
So, yeah,
And
Lat
what are-
45 is in the same boat.
So, yeah, there's Pineville, same.
Well, Pineville though is not gonna do more until next year, right? Or are they?
They wait for power
Oh, boy, okay,
for their first edition,
okay.
or second edition, whatever it is.
First, yeah, first, the 0, it's like 0-1, right?
Yeah, we ought to change how that,
It's done by the county, does it that way? It drives us nuts because in other counties, you know,
tell the
the-
county to shut up,
Who
keep
needs,
their head out of their,
who needs them anyways?
anyway.
So, yeah, and there's little we can do, we can't call St. Croix Co-op and say, as much as I would like to. Hey, Neil, can you do me a favor?
Neil owes you a rock sign.
What
I'm
are,
already writing him on that one.
are there any stipulations or clauses that are kicked off in any of the agreements as a result of this not being done? or-
Oh,
No,
no,
because it's
where-
out of our control, so it's out of the contractor's control, it's
It's an act of God? Or-
not really, but you know, we don't have an alternate and we couldn't possibly ask. You know, we'll find a different way.
Excel is bigger than we are,
Yeah,
so we're
there's
not,
no way to apply pressure at all.
There is, as much as I can, in my capacity, apply pressure.
So what do we do as a board to?
Talk to our state elected officials.
the county ones probably, start with our county ones.
I'd go higher than that. We want them to jump
You're going Ron Johnson?
Tom Tiffany or Rob Krivich or Staffel. Any of the above.
They also.
I'll work on it.
Alright. Alright, sounds like Caleb's gonna try and make some phone calls. Twist some arms. I don't know anyone, I don't have anyone important cell phone number. I call Caleb.
You're a voter.
I'm a
Doesn't
voter,
mean
yeah.
you're no one.
Oh, yeah, it's true, it's true. I. Yeah, all that done. Parks. What was going on with wine tap? Stuff, I saw some emails going back and forth in regards to the pond and stuff like that, is that all
Yep,
squared away now between?
so the pond was actually the wetland, which we're looking at the pond, and I'm like, well, this address isn't here, I'm like, where is this house? Like, oh, it's the wetland he's talking about. Two different, so we did meet with the property owner and then the developer was on site.
Okay,
There's a small sinkhole where some, you know, soil did make it through a retaining wall that just needs some fabric and.
Oh.
The other one is a little bit of a grading effort, so they were fine, but.
got it figured out, once we figured out where we were talking.
Yeah,
That was,
so there's also some erosion on the very west side of the storm pond that is being corrected as well. So, a little confused by that one, but I'm like, I said, where's your, he says, well, the matting didn't show up, and I'm like, I just walked by the matting. There's 3 rolls of it right there, so why are you putting it down? Oh, well, that was the crew. This is all. So
good, I'm sorry.
it's very minor, very little effort. It's just do it right, guys, and
So they're gonna try and get these done in the next week and then they're gonna come and present to us at the next board meeting, which is like next week. Well, wait, it says a pre-construction meeting built prior to construction.
that's for the first.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Yep.
But they've got stuff on the punch list that needs to be done.
Yeah, these 2 those very two minor things, yeah. So we will retainage on it as well. So, but that is going to be completed. They said this week, so.
They've said that for a while, but okay.
Albright's been pretty good, just
Yeah.
it's been the rain that's been killing these guys.
Yeah.
You know, they were at that pond, I don't know how many times, and it wash out.
Yeah.
I just think he needed to get focused on some of his other projects, because he's got a mess down at Ellsworth. You know.
Oh, the guy that came here, what's his name? Yeah.
No, this is
No?
Albrightson. No, that
Oh,
was-
it's a different guy. Okay.
But Albrightson's got a street project down there, it's clay, they're fighting with the engineer, and Albrightson's stuck in the middle, and they're not supposed to have two big rain years in a row. And two big rain years, so it's really been hard on contractors. Assume some rain days, just not. Build it forward.
Yeah, and, you know, we got one contractor up north. I was just talking to one of my engineers and. Yeah, he's picking our project to pave. Because he's got like. Contractor has like 10 jobs that he's gonna get assessed liquidated damages, so he's trying to figure out which one's the least amount of. Cost to him, and. Fortunately, in our project, we said after such and such a date. Thou shalt open the road and just finish it under traffic, and we don't wanna do that, so.
So in the bidding, if you care, in the bidding, you know, when we sit down with the contractor, we negotiate. Rain dates, and it's a big project like Churchill, they might put 10 rain days in. For a smaller job, they might put 2.
And then they'll get like 20 and
And so that's really, I'm not gonna go into details with Ellsworth, but I'm glad we're not talking. Behind the Ellsworth,
Yeah,
board table right now.
Yeah, we got really lucky. We did the road, what we did.
Yes.
We did
Churchill.
Churchill.
Nightmare.
the last 2 years, or but yeah. Thank you for those updates. Bob, anyone have any other, questions in regards to Bob's updates for the village?
I don't know about this. Usually it's 2 pages. This is 1 page.
I like that in your one.
Just kidding.
I know we don't read more than 1 page.
Kilgaren make motion to adopt the bills as submitted.
I will second them right now. Here it is. Mhm.
It's first and second, any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed nay. Adopted all the bills. Any future agenda items?
Can we talk about 6H, that Tidford roof station? Is that the one that Chuck talked about?
Yep.
Okay,
That was 84,130.
thank you.
Pay up on the consent agenda.
Thank you.
141. Any future agenda items going once? Went twice?
That you any right now?
All right,
Can I make a motion to adjourn?
I'll second that.
first and second to adjourn. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye, opposed nay. Motion carries, we are adjourned at 6:43. Great work, everybody.